Welcome everyone to how to get way more private inquiries to your care homes in 2025. I think I'll be 20 minutes, 20 minutes on the webinar. Then we have time for questions. So please ask questions as we go in chat. That would be great. Who am I? I'm Adam. I'm founder of Springup PR. We help care homes get more private inquiries to increase occupancy and revenue faster. We also help PR and amplifying the word of mouth reputation of care homes in their catchment areas. Now, today in this webinar, we are going to be, or rather, I will be focusing on digital solutions. That's the first thing we'll be looking at. And amplifying this word of mouth reputation, the PR, making sure that great word of mouth reputation you have is amplified to help all of these ways to help you get more inquiries and increase your profile and reputation. Community engagement. Oh, yes, when you know this. But when I speak to care homes, they talk about how the community engagement, networking, events is so important. Well, today, I'm going to give you one cracking event that will make your care home famous. So that's what we're going to be covering today. Now, I'm going to get started by digital solutions. And really, there are many ways you can look at this, but one I'm going to look at today that really is a great way to generate more inquiries is Google pay-per-click as the engine. We have with Springup PR, we have a proprietary solution, but the Google pay-per-click is the engine. Now, a lot of you may already been to Google Ads in some format. Great, but what I want to do today is go through some of the things that I've learned, and I'll talk about if you're not doing it. I'm going to give you some places to go to get going. Bear with me, but what I want to make sure that we're very clear on is inquiry generation and how it can work, and these are all real live results for cairns that we've been helping. But don't believe me, go onto our website, find out all the details of all these homes that I'm relaying here. But essentially, Broughton has 300% more inquiries. Again, these are tracked inquiries, tracked, attributed. I'm going to come into that a little bit more. Park House in Bedfordshire, 25%, Oakland Grange, 128%, Beechdale Care Home, 1,300% more inquiries tracked. Yes, remember, you may remember I said way more inquiries. Not every care home is quite like this, but that's what I mean by way more inquiries. And this is a tracked certified. I'll move on to that. Now, for those maybe who aren't doing Google pay-per-click ads or having that as your engine, this is a number you should be familiar with. 94% of families go online during the course of looking for a care home. This is during the course of looking for a care home. I would do it. You would do it. This is according to Lottie, who did some research on this. So why, for those who aren't doing Google pay-per-click as the engine, why do it? Well, essentially, this is the kind of searches that people make. And there are there are dozens, hundreds of different variations of these online active searching that people will make. And you want to make sure that your ads, there we go, this is a very high performing one. You see where my cursor is right now for a care home in Salford. Another example. I just want to get a flavour of what those ads look like. They get you to the very top of Google search. Yeah. For those who are not doing Google pay-per-click ads, this one here, a very high performing ad right now, click-through rate of 9.39%, which is a good number. And I'll come on to ROI and metrics in a moment. So for those who are not doing Google pay-per-click ads for their care homes or having, again, I'm very careful with my words. It's an engine. It's not a matter of just switching them on. You have to know what you're doing. But, the Google pay-per-click ads are the engine. And here's some, videos. Like, just go and have a look at these. For example, look where my cursor is. If you've not got going here, my cursor is the ultimate guide to Google pay-per-click to get inquiries this is from families looking for care homes. This will give you an intro. Look where my cursor is here. This one here, for example, will give you data. And there's all the data here for you to have a look at. It's like in depth. About how this particular home got 15% of admissions via paid ads. This is all tracked and verified, and just go and have a look. It gives you a real sense of how to do Google pay-per-click ads. And again, look where my cursor is. 7 vital things I've learned running, and look what I've learned running 250k of Google Ads to get care homes more inquiries. Go and have a look at those if you're not doing Google Ads for your care homes right now. So, for those who are doing, and let me know in chat. Give me remember, any questions, put them in chat right now because I will come back to them. And sometimes I speak to care home providers who are running Google Ads, and that's great. And they might say to, well, we don't really know how to perform because you can't track them, track inquiries. It's not true. You can. You can. You can literally attribute. And it's very, 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 very important you do that because you want to know what the ROIs you're getting for your ad spend. So, yeah, you can track. Yes, it requires a bit more work. Yes, it requires a bit more know-how, but you can track everything. What I mean by this is you can know exactly how many inquiries, like certified inquiries, are being generated by anything that has a digital footprint, and also not a digital footprint. Phone, anything inquiries are coming, someone clicking your ads and making a phone call, or then doing a live chat action, or then doing a brochure download, or then doing a contact us form submission, or booking a visit, or you might have other CTAs, or sending you an email. Yeah, how can you track with 100% certainty? Well, it's Google code. It's code. It's widgets. And it's human intervention, human intelligence. The message I want to convey here is that you can track. And very, very important. Any questions on this, please fire away in chat. I'm all ready to answer them. So now we're looking at, yes, track. And this is so you know, because if you want to generate more inquiries, you will need to know exactly where those inquiries are coming from, those additional inquiries. So, and this enables you then to know your ROI, particularly if you're using this digital solution, Google Ads, literally your cost per inquiry. And that's not about the conversions, which is Google speak in their dashboards, or leads. This is like inquiries. Joe blogs made a live chat 2:30 p.m. on Saturday. It came from Google pay-per-click ads. It wasn't Google organic. It wasn't carehome.co.uk. It wasn't some other digital journey. And this is how, just so you know, so you've got it, the kind of detail that you can get into. I've obviously removed all data for privacy reasons. But again, if you look at my cursor is, on the 18th of June, there was a live chat. It was from the contact name, all the details are added here, and it was an admission-related live chat. It wasn't a job inquiry, for example. And these are all Google pay-per-click ads inquiries generated, not organic. Yeah, so this is the kind of level of tracking you should be able to get. Really, really recommend. And you can see where my cursor is. Click to email. Sorry, the screen's a little bit small, I know. Click to email and a call down here. So it just gives you a flavor of the details for tracking inquiries. Now, there's that covered. I just want to give you some things that I've learned if you're running the Google Ads there. Again, so it's all about ROI. It's all about making sure that your ads are optimized. One thing I would say right now is make sure your Google Ads dashboard has tens of thousands of negative keywords. We do. We have 16,000 negative keywords. What that means is you don't want your ads to show up when people are have words in these particular searches. These are negative keywords. You want to continually add them because it makes your ads perform better. We have 10,000 care home names in our dashboard. What that means is you don't want your ads to show up when people are searching, let's say in your catchment area, for another home, which happens a lot, I can tell you. You want to make sure that your ads are not being shown there. That's just one example for care home names. Anything related to jobs or these kind of job related keywords. And this is just a sample. There are there's 16,000, as I say. And this is very, very important when you think about ROI, that you're generating more inquiries, that you make sure that you're not wasting money. Care agency is another negative keyword. Daycare, again, any questions? You're probably doing this yourself. Let me know how you're getting on, please. I'd love to know how it's working for you. as we go in Q&A. So, and this is how it looks on the dashboard. If you want to get a little bit techie about it, look where my cursor is, 15,000 negative keywords. Just gives you a flavor of some of the care organizations that people in your catchment areas might search. You don't want your ads to be seen then. Care home names. Again, I would say what we find, so I know some other care providers we work, like big names, have a little bit of a different take on this. My preferred option, because you don't have a limited budget, is make sure you are not having your ads shown up if people are searching under your care home name. Why? Because let's think about it. I'm a family member. I can't remember the name of Joe Blogg's care home. I do a search on Google, Joe Blogg's care home, to find the telephone number. I click on your ad. It's a wasted spend because it would come up organically anyway. Again, our recommendation is don't have your ads coming up when people are searching under rival care homes. Other providers, and like big name providers, are slightly different on this one, but this is my recommendation. It's what we found. Why? Because your budget is limited. Is not unlimited. Trying to make sure that your ads are performing best. Again, just some tips to those who are already doing it. And again, forgive me if you know a lot of this, but catchment, you can, if you're not doing it, this is also where it's very, very important, is that you can use your ads to target people searching in your catchment area. You can have interest, so people who may be swaying to more likely to be a private family, self-funding families, that they are homeowners. So again, you can move Google to favor people who are searching for care home owners, care homes who indicate they may be a homeowner, or people aged 40. You don't want your ads to be seen to teenagers. It's the sons and daughters of family members thinking about a care home. People who maybe show an indication for retirement planning or open new savings account. These are the kinds of interests you can put into your Google Ads dashboard. And this ultimately helps you measure and understand your ROI for when you're running Google Ads. These are some of the numbers that we would recommend that you be gunning for to give you some kind of benchmark. Cost per click of just under £1. But January 2025, this is a big search phrase, a very, very popular, almost the most popular one. Yeah, when your ads are optimized well, care homes near me. Yes, job seekers also do that one, but people wanting to find out about care homes in the area, that's a very, very popular one, January 2025. You need to be optimizing your ads dashboard every 2 days. Bigger than 90% optimization score. Check what yours is right now. Check it's above 98%. And ultimately, with everything I've talked about today, and whether you're running Google Ads right now or whether you are thinking about it, cost per certified inquiry between £175 and £400. That's what you should be gunning for and getting. Let me be clear. This is like 100% certified, attributed inquiry. It's not some kind of vague leads, which might include other job seekers or anything like this. This is like 100% certified, tracked inquiry from a family member looking for a care home or doing a CTA such as a brochure download. Now, any questions as we go? With 15 minutes, doing pretty well. Any questions, please remember in chat. That would be great. I want to talk to you right now about Facebook ads. I don't know how many of you run them right now or not. Respite, we have found, does extremely well. Now, why Respite? I'm not saying this is an ad that has been working very well. I'm not saying by any means that you will be wanting necessarily to have this kind of offer. But if you take the view that a respite has a large chance of turning into permanent later on. It may not be financially great for you to take a 2-week respite, but if it's that kind of a foot in the door idea, you have a respite, they're more likely to turn into a permanent. And if you don't take them as a respite, they're going to go to another care home for respite, and then that respite person more likely to go to that care home. If you take that view, then these are the kind of ads that work very well. Now, these are some of the numbers. If those who run Facebook ads right now, you're going to get dozens, hundreds of leads. Facebook leads, you have to qualify them. And I'm very, very careful with the language I'm using here. Look where my cursor is, 5 qualified leads. That's people who you actually speak to from from putting their details on your Facebook ads. So, for example, again, a £500 ad spend, that's 5 qualified leads that we have found respite ads that qualify. We've spoken to, and they're interested in respite, not a generic Facebook lead. Very, very important. There's this difference here. If you've got a high percentage rate of that respite becoming permanent, that's the way to move forward. You will get qualified leads that way. That ad is working very, very well right now. Any questions as we go in Q&A? We're doing pretty well, 16 minutes. Or chat, I should say, chat. I just want to move now into PR. Amplifying this word of mouth reputation. We know how massively your reputation is a key driver for inquiries. What I want to do now, right now, is just talk about one important element, which is regional journalists love good care home stories. They really, really do. And, forgive me for bragging a moment. Every story that we pitch, we have a 90% success rate. But the message I want to convey to you is that every one of your care homes can get positive press coverage, PR, every 3 months. Yes, you heard me that right. That's very, very important. And you should aim for press coverage every 3 months. Now, I'm going to whiz through an example of how that works. In reality, this home, a care home in Staffordshire, coverage every 3 months throughout 2024. And I want to show to you how these are very, very stories that you're having as well. So it's just a matter of being proactive, jumping on those stories and making sure you pitch them to the press. So this here is a Valentine's Day story, and this is a kind of coverage. A Valentine's Day story about personalised care during Valentine's Day. And here you have the coverage. I'm just going to make sure I know I'm a little bit big. I'm just going to move me a little bit. So you can see it's wonderful, lovely coverage. Another story, again, this is during 12 months, 2024. A care home brings a family together doing one of their residents' 60th birthday. And here you go. Again, things, personalised care that you will be doing. An army-themed party for this early onset. I think this gentleman was diagnosed with. Here's the coverage. And look at the difference. You have great photos. You can start to get this kind of coverage in the press. Good photos make a massive difference. You see where my cursor is? We've also kind of got archival photos. You're making the whole story of this resident through this story that you're pitching. But again, it all comes from something that you will be doing yourself. I'm going to whiz through these. This is 100 years birthday party, something you have probably quite regularly, a secret to a long life. This one here is about miniature ponies, pet therapy, something like that you have probably running your care homes. And again, some nice photos. Look at the photos here. It makes a massive difference. And you can see here. Again, here, it's the same story. I mean, look at the photos. Yeah, this really makes a difference. Journalists in your region love these stories, especially if you can give them great photos. Morris answers. Nothing particularly special, you may think, but it brings joy to care home residents. And here, this one even got a front page, little a preview. And again, look at the photos. Great photos. They help make that story jump out. Again, this is all, I repeat, within 12 months. They've been doing it for like 6 years. Yeah. Here's a story of a drummer reuniting with his band. Again, it's like just the care home, personalised care, organising a reunion. Lovely photos. Again, look at the photos, they make a difference. This is all online as well. I'm just giving you the print coverage here. So really, and this is third-party endorsement for your care homes, helping spread that word of mouth reputation. Now, if you're wondering, well, that looks great, how can I write this story? Well, here you go. Write it like this. This is the 300 words we'd recommend. Give us your story in that headline and have quotes from your manager and staff. That's actually on a Word document. You would just send this on via email as an email copy and include your lovely photos. And then for those, just some tips on pitching these stories, and make sure it goes to name journalists. Very, very important that. Find out who those journalists are. Build up a relationship with them. They're very important you build up a relationship with them. They love to hear about your good news stories. Phone them to find out what numbers are and contact details if you don't know. You can even find journalists' details on their Twitter handles. Here we go. BBC journalists, BBC regional journalists love care homes as well. They do wonderful stories. Um, so that's a tip for you. And another tip for you is when you're pitching these stories to the press, you want to build up a relationship with them. So follow up. I call it follow up to death. Yes, I know it sounds nasty, but what that means is like just get a yes, no, or maybe, and be quite persistent and on your follow up. But I always say follow up with fun. Make the fun follow up. Use some emoticons. Use a little bit of humor. It's all about fun. Nine times out of ten, I hear about people worrying they're being annoying or overly persistent in follow up. Nah, journalists are used to that. So enjoy it because it gets you results. Now we're going to move on to. We're doing pretty well. This is kind of there's two more elements. Final one is I don't want to put back community engagement. We know how important that is. As I mentioned, I'm going to talk about how you can really stand out with a standout event and be famous. And here we go. Do you recognize this guy? He's, well, as it says on the tin, so to speak. Eric Knowles, fine art and antiques auctioneer and expert. He's also a chap from Bargain Hunt. So he's a bit of a celebrity and the antique show, and he does valuations at care homes. Whoa! And here you go. Here's an invite that we put together for a care home that we were helping out. Please, any questions as we go in chat? Look where my cursor is. Exclusive antiques experience at this particular care home. These were exclusive invites to people within the community, stakeholders or your VIPs, etc., etc. The idea is to make your care home famous and have a real draw to your care home. As I said, become famous and really attract people to your care home who you want to come, who've not or necessarily already been to your care home. Again, you want to spread this word of mouth reputation. So I guarantee you, with this kind of event, with this kind of person, celebrity, and no other care homes in your areas will be doing. You want to stand out? Well, there you go. Your commissioners will love it. The public will love it. I've seen how much the public love it. We've also done Facebook ads to get people to invite them to attend, and they love this kind of event. And the CQC will love it too. It's something special and unique. Your care home will become a big draw. As I said, famous is the word I use because you will be for holding this particular event. Now, I want to give you results, a snapshot of one we run recently. This kind of event, 45 guests attended. That's not family members. These are invites, exclusive invites. You saw the invite. 45 guests attended. I repeat, not present family members. That included commissioners, elderly charity groups, etc. After the event, the Age UK said they liked it so much they want to host the events at their home, building this great relationship. A charity that also attended, after attending the event, wanted to collaborate on fundraisers. The vicar who attended, he actually had to look around the care home for his mum. That's another bonus. And vitally, go around there with your smartphone, you're going to get bags of video testimonials, people right there, enjoying your care home, enjoying the experience, saying what a wonderful day it is, and saying how wonderful your care home is. Video testimonials, wonderful. We know how important video is nowadays. So, and it's an exclusive activity. It will impress the CQC. It's something you are doing that's very, very different. And yes, your residents will be there. And yes, your family members can attend, of course. So it's really, really another key way that your care home can stand out. And you can get lots of nice PR and press coverage from it, such as I'm showing here. So we're 25 minutes. We're doing pretty well. Finally, I just want to make one final point here. I was hoping on this webinar today to talk about sales and handling inquiries and how you can use 25 to dramatically step up how you follow up on these inquiries. You're getting more of them. Okay, that's the idea. How can you improve your follow-up to improve your conversion rates? Now, I didn't have time on this webinar to do it, so I have actually drawn up a 6-step guide to following up care home inquiries. It's just a sample, a snippet here. It's just, I mean, it's like 10 pages, but it gives you a snippet here of what that guide looks like. And if you'd like it, I'll just send it to you. Just email me, DM me, however you like, and I'll send that over to you. So we're doing pretty well. We've got 4 minutes. And so thank you so much. I hope that was useful. Just finally, if you're wondering how any of this can work for you, just apply for a 30-minute Get More Inquiries Zoom call with me. Don't worry, I'm not going to pitch anything. I just want to try and help you as much as I can. And just email inquiries to that email or that phone number. So thank you so much. Now, I've got some questions in the Q&As, or rather chat. Nice questions. I'm going to go through some of them. Please put your questions. We've got about, well, say 5 more minutes. Very happy to answer any questions that you have from today's webinar. Thank you for attending. Paige is asking, our care homes won a Guinness World Record in December for the world's oldest choir. We reached 67.9 million in our PR campaign. How can we keep that momentum up? 67.9 million. Well, you obviously got a great story. Well done. Congratulations to you, Paige. You know, it's not often that a care home has that cracking story. So you can see the great results you got from that. My ethos, how can you keep up the momentum? It's like always continue to find those good stories. You will not always have a story as cracking as that. It's breaking a Guinness World Record. But all those stories I showed you just now are literally things and events that people that your home is already doing. Bring out the human interest, i.e. the stories of your residents. 98% of the time, residents love to be involved in press stories. Have good photograph and find a little hook. Write the whole story on a plate for the journalist so they can really see it. And if you really have those three elements, particularly the human interest, and don't have any sales or marketing guff in those stories you pitch, really bring out the human interest. So, for example, if you have an activity and it works particularly well for a resident, or for example, bring out that particular resident's story, that will make a real difference. And that will be the way to keep up the momentum. But you have to be strategic and you have to probe and always ask the questions about what's going on in the care homes to get those stories out. And then also, did you have to pay for air technology? It's £1,000. Yeah. What sort of cost? Is it thousands? So actually, I don't know what you think, but I think that's pretty good value to have someone of his status to come over and do evaluation at your home. Great questions, thank you. Any more questions coming in? Thank you, John. So one about starting with Google on the Google Ads side. Yeah, again, those videos that I sent you, one of the slides. If you go, that's the best, and it's all about Google pay-per-click and Google Ads for care homes. And you know, on these videos, on these webinars, I try and share as much as I possibly know to help you. So go and have a look at some of those videos, and that will give you a real good idea and data. You know, I've been strong on data here on this webinar, and it provides data on some of those videos as well. So that's where I would suggest you go. Okay, great. Well, there we go. That's half an hour. If there's any more final questions, please put them in. Oh, yeah. Hi, Adam. Are the videos on your YouTube or your website? Both, actually. Both, Michael. They are actually on the Springup PR YouTube channel and on the website. But I would suggest you go to the YouTube channel, actually, because they're kind of all there in a bundle for you to see on one page, so to speak. So thank you, Michael, for that. Great. Okay, well, thank you so much. Any other questions? I don't want to cut you off here. Something else come in. Michael says thank you. Diane, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. And let me know how you get on. Stay in touch and have a great rest of your day, and see you soon.